Hello everyone, welcome once again to another Power BI related tutorial. In this part we are learning about finding out effect of features on the tip restaurant data set and like what is the effect of total bill on tip amount, average tip by gender, average tip and bill by smoker, etc. This particular report has been created with the help of Power BI service. So in Power BI service, how to create your first report you will learn in this particular chapter, and you will see how we will load the data set from GitHub and how we will create these simple charts here. So this is a very important tutorial for beginners to learn how to create something on Power BI service and publish it. So you can see we have embed option here. So you get a URL and your report will be available on that URL, which you can see it is on interactive report, right? So you will be able to learn all of that. So let's get it started. Hello everyone, welcome to this Power BI service related tutorial. You can see I am inside my Power BI service dashboard. So you can go to app.powerbi.com, and if you have your business email or work email, you can register for a free trial here. You can see in my trial 31 days are left. Here we have a lot of things like workspace, apps, one link, etc. So we will try to build our first report. This is home, right? Here in home you will see some recommended actions here. You can see some apps, etc. So our first thing that we are trying to do is add a report. Now the data set that we are going to load is tips data set. This tips data set has information about 250 different restaurant cases where suppose the customer came to eat and the person who was paying the bill was a female, smoker no, came on Sunday at dinner time, and two people came and total bill was 16.99. So for this particular, for these features, our target variable is tip, and this particular customer gave the waiter a tip of $1.01. Similarly, for $10, 1.66. In this case, three people were eating. So the idea is to see effect of different type of features and inputs here on this particular output. And this is used for machine learning, particularly regression, or different type of algorithms can be applied here, supervised machine learning data set. So we will use CSV preview here. Currently we cannot upload a file because of trial account. So here you can click on raw and it will give you the data in raw GitHub user content, right? You can see it's a CSV file. So we will simply load the CSV file here, and it is asking to create a new connection. Connection name we will give tips Seaborn. Seaborn is the library in Python. Data gateway nothing. Authentication kind we can say organizational account anonymous. Let's say anonymous. And allow the connection to be utilized with either on-premises or VNet. We will leave this option unchecked and click next. And now you will see we have total bill, tip, gender, smoker, day, time, etc. All columns are loaded. Our headers are loaded. Delimiter is comma. So make sure whatever delimiter is used in your CSV file, so you are using the same delimiter here. Sometimes colon or space, everything can be used. And data type detection is based on first 200 rows. The total bill is a float value, a decimal number. Tip is also a decimal number. Size is an integer column. Then gender a categorical column. Smoker a categorical column, etc. Now let's create. So it is preparing data and then it will load data to report and then finish. So let's wait for it. So very quickly it was able to load the data, and now you can see we have our Power BI interface, pretty much similar to what we have locally, right? Here we have Copilot also. So we will see its use later, but we have data tips here. So this data is loaded, and here we have different type of options like specify how visuals on the canvas interact. We have option to create. So asking to build my report, I will go back to what I was doing. Let's collapse the filter and start building some reports. So in this type of analysis, uh, the output variable is something that we have to consider, and we have to see the effect of different type of variables on our output variable. So as I said, the output variable in our case is total bill. So if you will simply go here, you will sorry, tip is the output variable, and first input variable or first feature is total bill. So if you have to, and you can see both are numerical values, both are decimal values. So if you have to see the effect of one numerical value on other numerical value, then you can simply use a scatter plot. Okay, so we are going to use a scatter plot here, and in this is first of all we'll go to view, and here you have different type of options like actual size, fit to width. You have selection pane which is off. You have lock object. So we will see different uses here. First of all, we will click on it, and we will go to, first of all, let's drag some fields here. So in x-axis we will drag total bill, which is independent value, and on y-axis we will drag a tip, which is dependent value, and we will say don't summarize. Here also we will say don't summarize. So here you can see, in a way we can say then that when total bill is increasing, then tip value is also increasing. We can go to add further analysis and enable trend line to see that overall we can say when the bill is more in a restaurant, obviously the tip amount will also be more. But it is not the in a perfect linear shape. We have a lot of distributions here, but this is the effect of total bill on tip. We can select this, go to visual general setting effect, and we can enable shadow and visual border of our chart, pretty much working similar to what how it works on local. So this is total bill and tip. We can also go to title, and we can simply call it total bill versus tip amount, right? And we can align the title in center, make it bold. Here in visual setting we have markers, so we can select a different color for markers. So we can, let's say we are going to select this color. Okay, and we have more colors. If you want to select any particular color, you can select that as well, but it's your choice. So let's say we select this color, just giving you a hint here. This is total bill versus tip amount. Now we also want to see whether females give more tip on an average, or in total whether female uh, customers have given more tip or male customers have given more tip. So for that we will simply copy the chart and paste it by pressing Ctrl C and Ctrl V here. And here the chart we are going to use is a donut chart, because in donut chart in gender we have data as male and female. So we'll drag sex column here. We'll have male and female, and in values we will add total tip. So you can see in total male have given uh, you know more tip, and this can be the case uh, because we may have total male candidates also, like the number of candidates who are male are more. So that is something that can be true here. So that's why you can see average here. So on an average, you will see all males have given a tip of 3.09, and here female have given a tip of 2.83. And here we can go again to format your visual, and on detail labels we will just show data value, because there is no point in telling the percentage. And a better type of graph here will be stack column chart also. That is something you can create. And this is average tip by gender. Okay, so we can see this particular variable has effect on tip. Male are giving more tip as compared to female. Now we will again copy this chart and paste it here. So we are going to, you know, use equal widths here. I will make the widths equal later. So now the another variable that we have is smoker. Like whether people who smoke, they give more tip on an average, or who don't smoke, they give more tip on an average, right? So for that, what we are going to do, we can just keep using this chart, but we can also use pie chart here, and here we will just use uh, smoker here, and you can see there is no such difference here, right? On an average, if you will see 2.99 and 3.00. So on an average, both of them have almost given equal tip. And here you can also consider maximum. So on an average, maximum tip given by smoker, yes, is 10, and non-smoker is 9, right? So you can also see how many different cases we have. So you can see in the data set, smokers who don't customers who don't smoke are 93, that is 65.96%, right? And yes is 48. So this is something that you can do. What we can do, one more thing, is we can create a clustered column chart. In clustered column chart, on x-axis we do have smoker. So instead of count of tip, we will write total tip. So total tip given by customers who are not smokers is more, because this way, you know, as a business owner, you can check whether more non-smokers are coming or smokers are coming. And in some restaurants there are different areas for smokers and non-smokers. So what can be the size of that area? This is sum of tip, and we can compare it with total bill also. So we will just add total bill. So here you can see the ratio of total bill. So you can see in case of smoker, yes, so this is sum of total bill. Total bill is $1,930, and their tip is 279.81, right? So you can see the ratio here, kind of telling that smokers are giving more tip. But here, obviously, as I told you, on an average, there was a pretty small difference. And this is average tip by smoker, and average tip and bill by smoker. What else you can do? You can also go to visual setting, and in visual setting you have columns. So you can, let's say for sum of tip, we want to select a color, that is this color. And for total bill, we want to select a color, that is this color. Okay, it's your choice. And similarly here also, we'll go to slices. For male, we will select this color, and for female, we'll select this color. This way all the charts will look similar, and this way you can create that data. And we will increase the width here. So let's say I am increasing width here also, because in one row we are going to put three different charts. Okay, now as we saw, when we have to compare two numerical values like total bill and tip amount, we used a scatter plot. We can say size is also a numerical value. You can see the sigma sign here. But when you will actually see the data, in case of size, you will see that it's more like a discrete value, right? Since it represents number of people coming to the restaurant, it cannot have fractional values. Tip and total bill can have, right? So in such cases, if you'll use a bar chart, that will be a better thing to compare, right? So here, what we are going to do, we are going to put size on the x-axis. So we can simply do one more thing. You can copy this, Control C and Control V, and here we will first change it to a stacked column chart. Remove these values from here. On x-axis we are going to bring size, and on y-axis we are going to bring total tip received for different sizes, right? And this is total bill versus size versus total tip. So out of all customers who came to eat, if you will see, most amount of tip has been received by customers when they came as a couple. May not be couple, two people eating, but two, when they came as couple, they gave a tip of 402 and or 4. This is total tip. This can be because most of the customers that came to restaurant may be couples, so that's why you can always see average. Okay, now here you will see, in case of average, when 6 people came to eat, the average of tip was 5.23, right? And you will also see total bill will also be more in that case, right? So what we are going to use, we are going to use clustered chart here, and this is average of tip. We will disable analysis here, and in clustered column chart on x-axis itself, let's try to bring it. Now you can see total bill, because we are using sum, right? That's the problem. So you will see average. Now it's okay. So now you can see, on an average, if more number of people are coming to it, then obviously average bill and average tip are also increasing in the same manner, right? So it's a pretty linear trend, and you can, when you will enable linear analysis, you can see. So almost not perfectly linear, but yeah, we can see it is increasing by number of size people eating. So we will disable this for now, and this is size versus total tip, which we can check here. If you want to show those values, right, average values, so you can go and enable data label. So this way you will be able to see the values as well. Now you can also check whether more people came to eat, you know, in dinner time or lunch time. So, and what was the average tip there? So we will simply use a pie chart here, and I will simply copy it first of all and change it to pie chart. Here, instead of gender, I will simply use time. So you can see, in dinner, average tip is more than in case of lunch. And when you will use sum, you will actually find out that there are more customers who came to eat dinner as compared to lunch. So this is average tip, and this is average tip by time. So here you can see the most important thing, that almost all variables have some effect on our output here, and that's why it will be important to consider them while creating the machine learning algorithms. And let's say for dinner we will select this color, and for lunch we will select this one. Okay. Next, we also have information about day. Okay. So we will again use a clustered chart. So I will simply copy this. So day is like Saturday, Sunday, Friday. So there are different type of days given. So here we will try to, first of all, obviously this is a, we are seeing effect, you know, we are seeing effect of features on target value or target variable here, right? So we are seeing effect of different features on tip, and that's why uh, we will simply insert the text here. Let's click on the text box here, and this is effect of features on tip, which is the target value here. So we'll simply arrange it this way, align it to center, and then increase the size to around 24. This is pretty much similar to our VI desktop, and here I will use this color to define, you know, let me increase the size to 28 so that we can go back. Yeah, and we can select, go to effect and shadow, if needed a visual border. So this is effect of features on tip, which is the target, and now we will adjust this. So this is, instead of size we will select day. Okay, so you can see on an average on Sunday this restaurant gets more tip, and some also, when you will see, it will be more on, okay, some is more on Saturday. You can see that means number of people who came to eat will be more on Saturday. So let's say we will use tip, let's say we use tip two times, and one time we use it for count. So now this is sum of tip, this is count of tip, right? So you can see sum of tip on Saturday is more, and count of tip is 87, that is also more. But what if we select average here, right? In case of average, you can see average of tip is 3 on Sunday, 3.26, and 2.99 on Saturday. It is aggregating. So it's your choice what you want to keep, but this way you will be able to analyze the data. So let's keep a sum of them. The main purpose was to analyze whether these different days have some effect on you know total bill and effect on total tip, because if they have effect on total bill, obviously from this chart we can tell they will also have effect on total tip as well. And here also we will change color of different columns. The sum of tip, let's select this, and no transparency. Count of tip we will select as this. You can also enable some border for them, and you can use a different type of border color that is visible. So that, but that's your choice. We will not use that. So this is how we can see effect of features on tip, that is our target value. And similarly you can see same effect on total bill or any other feature here. Now to add more detail to your visual, you can also bring some legend here. For example, we can bring this gender as legend. Okay, so let's bring that. I don't know. So first we will get rid of count of tip here and then bring it. Now you will see, because it's a clustered chart, so it will create different type of values. For example, this is sum of tip given by female on Saturdays, sum of tip given by male on Saturdays, right? What if we select average? So you will be able to see the average values. So I am showing you different type of options which are all concluding that obviously there is some gender wise difference on different, when we are considering different cases. So it will be, we cannot drop this column for machine learning models. So this is a simple dashboard that we have built using Power BI service. And obviously your report is untitled right now. We can also save this report. Okay, so let's enter a name and we will call it tips data analysis or tips exploratory data analysis dashboard. And we don't have to use a task because we don't have any. And now this is our report. You can see they are giving option to create a report with Copilot. So the workspace where this report is saved is not compatible with Copilot. So this is something that we will explore later, because one of the student asked to share how to create, a report in Power BI service. And here you have one option, like from here when you will click on embed, you will have the URL. You also have iframe, so you can use this iframe in your website or wherever, suppose you are writing a blog or a report, analysis report, so you can use this iframe, so it will show your report like this. Obviously we don't have any filters here, so this is a simple data. So obviously this was a basic tutorial on how to create a sample dashboard in Power BI service online. I hope you like the tutorial. If you would like to see more videos like this, if you would like to explore more about Power BI service, please subscribe to our channel because we are going to post several videos related to this topic. Thanks for watching. Once again, have a nice day.